What is going on, everybody? We are here in NHL 17. It is finally out. It was the longest half hour just now waiting patiently for this to come out. I'm in Central Time Zone, so it's 11 o'clock here, 11 p.m. For all you East Coasters and Toronto fans and Toronto residents, you are at midnight right now. So this should be up a little bit after midnight on day one. This is franchise mode. And since the beginning of my YouTube channel, there's been a certain team that most people have been calling out for me to do a GM mode of. NHL 17 is by far the most important game release so far of this channel, just because we've gotten a huge surge in the last couple months, and I want to keep it going, and I want to keep this up. So today is a great day to subscribe if you haven't already, because we're going to be doing a lot on NHL 17, a lot of content. So this is the team, the Toronto Maple Leafs franchise mode. We have a lot to go over in this video. We're not going to do any simulating or any major things just yet. I want to give a shout out to Tactics HD for basically showing me the ropes on this franchise mode through his franchise mode with the Florida Panthers. That was a lot of fun, and I watched it a lot at work because I have a desk job now. So I really like what I'm seeing with this. So let's get into it. So what does the screen mean? So now we have, the team budget. It's not just a salary cap anymore. So I guess the owners have a certain amount they need to make in profit. They give you a budget, just like the real NHL. The Detroit Red Wings, they have a big budget, because our owners, I say our because I'm a Detroit fan. Sorry, all you guys. They're willing to spend a lot. So if you have an $80 million budget, you're willing to spend a little bit on this, a little bit on that, and the owner doesn't really care. Toronto doesn't have that much less than them. It's only about $5 million less. But some teams, it's pretty low. They don't want to spend much at all because they want to maximize profits. Toronto Maple Leafs are kind of in that in-between. Right now, they're in a rebuild, so they don't want to spend as much. But it's going to go up because we're going to start winning. This is a team that probably won't make it to the playoffs year 1 or year 2, maybe. But I definitely think by year 3 and 4, we are going to kill it. Absolutely kill it. As you guys can see, it goes into their Canada Center and the seating capacity, how old it is, and then these star ratings for facilities. So as you can see, a lot of the stuff is kind of low ratings, so we might have to upgrade that. The owner's personality looks like he likes to spend, but success is really important, and he doesn't have much patience. It is Toronto. It is the capital for hockey. It's the biggest hub for hockey in the world. Totally. So this is cool. We're not going to do any we're not going to move this out of Toronto. We're not going to do an expansion and move this out. So this is kind of what we're looking at in that realm. So. All right, owner mode, that's on. CPU trades on. I'll keep auto finances off. Except relocation is he'll automatically accept it. We're not going to relocate Toronto. We can't do that. Morale, we'll do morale meetings for the first year, and if you guys absolutely hate it, we'll turn it off. We're not going to do fantasy draft this episode. Maybe soon. Salary cap is on. Waivers are on. Auto sign free agents definitely off. I'm going to turn off assistant coach. That is for us. And we're going to turn off GM firing. We'll get yelled at, but I don't want to just have it end if we go some dramatic route you guys want to see. Because remember, all the decisions are yours. So we get to go forward however you guys want. Obviously, this is a rebuilding team, so we're not going to just go out and try to sign Joe Thornton at the trade deadline and have him, retire in 2 years or even 1 year. We need to really, I can go into rules here. We need to definitely be smart about the next couple years. I don't think I need to do anything for games because we're not really going to be playing games. We're going to have injuries off for the season. We're going to turn them on in the playoffs. It's just a little easier to manage. We're not going to play any games, so difficulty doesn't really matter. And I think the rest are good. Yeah, I think the rest are good. If not, I'll do it in the in between sessions, recording sessions. So let's go ahead and start. Let's see it here. All right, so as you can see, this is the new interface. It's really clean and bright, really bright. You got to turn down your TV's brightness. Is so bright. Kind of like the all black better, just because it uses a lot less power and it's not as bright, but it looks really clean and nice. I'm sure it'll get old, or we'll either get old or get used to it. So this is the main hub now. Now in the bottom, we have these like ownership, miscellaneous, like this is the profit right now. This is the upgrade and maintain, fan happiness, stuff like that. That's stuff I haven't really delved into other than just watching it, because this is the first time I'm really doing anything. So let's take a look at it. Ownership right now, these are pretty in depth. Check this out. Last game attendance. Obviously, there haven't been any games yet. Expected profit 48 million, so we got to stay around that. I'm sure that'll be fine. Net profit this much. Prestige, that's pretty good. I mean, we're gonna have really good popularity and prestige and stuff like that, so we don't have to worry about that. Hardcore fan base, so got to make sure to keep them happy. Man, this goes in depth, a little bit more in depth than I remember from the Tactics HD video. Okay, yeah, this looks pretty good. So these will probably update once we start the season. Game tickets, concessions, store, stuff like that. That's really fun. This is finally going the way of, you know, the Madden and FIFA of the EA, stuff like that. All right, so here's upgrade and maintain. Looks, I don't really know. Okay, so if I do like concessions, I don't want to just do it right now. Let's see how much it would be if I go to upgrade and maintain. All right, so everything looks okay, actually. We could get another parking lot. Okay, bathrooms were also weird in Tactics thing. So if we repair it, how much does that cost? 200,000. That shouldn't be a problem. So yeah, let's just keep that. We want to make the owner happy. We want to make the fans happy. Everything else is totally fine. That's weird. Maybe that's just a thing that everybody just has to upgrade the bathrooms because they're cheap, and it just lets you kind of get used to the how the actual mode works. All right, so everything's kind of all the same as last year. There's the updates, activity feed. Here's the actual team tab with the trade, contracts, and roster. The owner tab is new, so I'm guessing this is kind of just everything. We'll get alerted, I'm sure. And then the league tab is just like it was last year with, you know, edit players and things like that. So let's take a look at our rosters real quick. We're not going to sign anybody right away. I'm going to post this so you guys can actually give me some pointers on where we should head. Okay, so this is basically exactly the same with a little bit different setup here. And the blinding white, bright white. So here is off. Keep that assistant coach off. Here is our team. We are definitely not a playoff team right now. There's no doubt about that. We are not a playoff team, but we've got a lot in the way of growth to do. Now let's make sure here. Yeah, Matthews is down in the AHL. For some reason, he's only 77 overall. I think he should be up at like 80 or so. Before you guys say he hasn't even played an NHL game, just watching him play, he's played with, you know, actual professional players, and I think he's a little better than 77, scoring multiple goals in actual, you know, national games with the U.S. I feel like that's a little harder than being 77. I would think like at least 79 or 80 they'd give him, but that's not bad. He's a minor scoring forward. I don't agree with keeping him in the AHL, but at that overall, what do you guys think? Do you think keeping him down in the AHL for a year would be good for him? Calling him up halfway through or something like that? Putting him on the third line when he gets, you know, he'll probably get up to... He's only an elite, too. He's not even a franchise, which is kind of weird. But he should be good. I mean, that I think they kind of shafted him on that a little bit. Nathan Horton is playing. I think we might have to, just for the sake of realism. I don't know. I want to keep him playing. That's just tough what happened to Horton. So that'd be cool to kind of, you know, pay homage to him and keep him in the keep him in the AHL or something like that, just to kind of be a career AHLer. All right, so let's look at this. So first line isn't good. Van Riemsdyk is a second liner. Yeah, for sure. So we got to think about that. Lupul, check out this salary. We can't have him making that much, so he's going to be like, this is going to be a lot like our Montreal GM, where we got to get rid of some of these guys. We got to trade Lupul for sure. Probably not going to happen. Probably can unload him at the trade deadline, if anything. Kadri, he's the first or second line center of the future, so I want him probably on the first line. Bozak is third line center for sure. In this game, he's rated as a second line center, but I'd rather have him eventually just be our third line center. Like, I don't mind paying him 4.2 at 85 overall, but he needs to be like a third liner or a solidified second liner really doing well in the second line. Komarov is fine. Yeah, that's fine. 2.9. I'd rather have him on the third line though. Yeah, McCalloch needs to be like a second or third liner, at second at best. Third or even fourth liner on some teams. So we've got a lot of work to do on the offense. Let's see the defense here. So Riley, that's a great, prospect to have. He's only 22. Pollock's pretty good. He'd be fine with, he's not making much for the next year. Wait, is, 1 second here. Okay, we do have Martin. God, he's only 82 overall. I thought they'd give him at least like an 84 because that long contract he got. I was just hoping we get something, but it looks like the Leafs got just murdered in the stats. I think Bozak going up a little bit is pretty good. Now, just keep in mind, I don't watch the Leafs that much. I watch them when they play the Wings. I try to catch them every now and then, but we're gonna have to work together. You guys are gonna have to help me. Yardner also a really good, guy to have. Hopefully, he gets up to like an 86 or an 87. That would be really nice. Maybe we'll play him on the first line just to get him some time. Hunwick, that's fine. I'd like him in the top 6 though. We can't have 70s on the D, especially. And then that's a good prospect as well. Karek. Let me know if I'm pronouncing anything wrong as well, as you guys always do. It's all good. Anderson, that's awesome. We're going to have a good goaltender for the next couple years. Sparks, definitely not backup material right away. He got a shutout in his first ever game, didn't he? I watched that game. That was awesome. That was really cool. In the future, he'll be a backup, and I'd like to keep him because, he's a pick from Toronto. That would be really cool. But he might not get up to that point. Maybe he would if we put him down in the AHL. Who do we have in the AHL in terms of goaltenders? Okay, nobody really. All right, let's just, okay, we kind of looked at this. Maybe we should just bring Matthews up, have him play on the third or fourth line, and just get some experience in him, because we gotta have these guys for year 2 and 3, especially if we have some money to spend in free agency. We gotta surround them with some good, mid-aged, maybe young talent. I'm just gonna go here to roster moves just to see what we've got in terms of. Actually, what would be a better interface to look at this is the trade interface. And we can just kind of look at what we've got in terms of, I know you guys probably know a lot of prospects, but I just want to get my head around face to the name kind of thing. So Matthews is absolutely our highest prospect. Let me know if you guys want me to change him to franchise. I feel like that would be kind of worth it to do, especially since, he's getting touted as that. But let me know if that might just be hype and if we want to just keep him at elite, because elite's not bad either. Elite, he could get up to 92 or higher, but franchise, he could definitely take over. But I don't want to just be okay, the hype is real, let's make him a 99 overall. That's not what I mean. He's already got good base stats, so he's going to grow. Like, it's not like he's going to get stunted at, 80 overall. He's going to be 85 by the end of the year probably. And then he's going to be, at the end of next year, 90 plus. So we're going to get a lot of useful years out of him. Let me know if that's something you want me to do, though, if you want me to make him franchise. Is he on that level? I think he will be, but we'll have to see when the actual season starts. For all you watching in like 2 years or, in the next couple months, let me know how it went down below and how wrong or right I was. Riley, also good. So right now, we have our top center prospect. Then we have our top D prospect. That's beautiful. I love it. Nylander, that's awesome. He's on the 4th line. And then another D prospect in top 6, Kadri, Van Riemsdyk. So then we kind of go down the list, top 6s that aren't playing in the NHL. Gardner, top 4, that's great. We've got a good core. That's the thing. We've got this good growing core. We're definitely rebuilding team. Like Babcock said, there's going to be some growing pains. You know what I mean? Bracco, he ended up being pretty good, didn't he? We got him in Edmonton. Controller batteries are low. Sorry about that. So yeah, once it kind of goes down the list, we've got some other people who are going to grow. But yeah, forgot about Marner. So that's going to be good. He'll definitely grow. He's in the CHL right now. Yeah, but right now we're not going to be winning this year. We're definitely not going to be winning this year. And we're not going to try to win this year. We're going to just try to do our best, try to get the most possible growth. That's the biggest thing. If we have a line with some young guys on it, we want to make sure that line has a lot of success, even in losses. So as you go all the way down the list, Nathan Horton, the very bottom of that. So yeah, that's no problem at all. I think we're looking okay. Do we have any goalie prospects, though? Not that we really need any because of Anderson, but yeah, we don't really. Just Anderson will play backup eventually. I think we need to sign a backup goaltender right away for this year. So let's see what's available. Let's go to free agency. I'm not opposed to making some trades before the actual season starts, so that's no problem at all. But let's try to keep them in the vein of rebuilding. Let's not try, like I said, to trade for Jumbo Joe and try to make it in the playoffs this year. It's not going to happen. This is a rebuilding GM, like everybody, kind of wanted out of this. So let's do that. So we were going to look at, Hoodler's still unsigned in this one. I'm not opposed to grabbing a player that's like a defenseman or something like that because we have that 70 on defense. I'd like to have the most possible growth out of Anderson. So if he can get up to an 89 or a 90 this year before he turns 27, that would be great. So another defenseman we could do. What I don't want to get is somebody like Verbata or something and just kind of throw cash at a 1-year deal when we don't need that. We can look for, some kind of prospect, which I'll look after. I'll look at after we look at goalies here. So let's see. All right. We can get Bryzgalov. He's probably a starter, though. I was reading an article about him the other day. He's trying to mount a comeback, I guess. Okay, Enroth is available here, even though I'm pretty sure he's picked up in real life. But we're, I can see if we can change that. Just let me know what you guys want me to go after. Do you want me to make it exactly like what the NHL is going to be? I would kind of like to do that, but it's all up to you. If you guys want, we can do whatever. I'm thinking somebody like Ortio here. He wants 1.1. He's still technically growing. He's 25. He's an unrestricted free agent, so he could get up to like an 82 or 83 by the by the middle of the year, maybe trade deadline, and that would just help a little bit. I mean, it's obviously better than a 77 overall. So that's kind of my front runner at this point because everybody else is over the age of 26, 27. So going down into the 70s, I don't want to really touch just because we don't need to worry about that. We definitely don't need to worry about that. So let's just look at all skaters and potential. I should probably look at goalie potential as well. for sure. So let's see. Those guys are right about to cap off. Here's the center. He's top 9. Not bad. I mean, that would be pretty cool. 22 years old. Just another guy we can add into the AHL right now. Might get up there. He's only 63 overall, though. Hamilton's a little old. Bork's a little too old. I mean, top 6D, like Sproul would be pretty cool. Cowan's a little too old, but he is 82 overall. He could come in at that 6D slot and possibly grow over the next year or two. That'd be pretty cool, actually. Maybe that's one we should do. And then we kind of drop off into the bottom 6 and things like that. But yeah, one of the things Tactics was mentioning was this screen still doesn't have how many contracts we currently have. I don't know why that's so hard to pop in. It seems like something we've been calling for in GM modes for a while. It's on the trade screen, so I don't know why they couldn't just slot it in here. Just because you got to jump between multiple screens, and then you make the accident of signing too many players, or not enough players, and you have 1 or 2 more slots that you could have used when you tried to get a certain free agent but decided not to. That's just may come in a patch in the future, but I highly doubt it. I know there was a day 1 patch that came out just before this did come out, so that's pretty cool. But all right, let's just I forgot to check the potential goalies, because if we do, I mean, we could get Ortio right now. I think, yeah, he's going to be the top one. So we could get, yeah, they're all backups. So that would be pretty cool. And we've got the cap for it. We can go ahead and do that. Our owner wants us to spend just about 75. So this would keep us in that realm with still having enough profit for our owner to be happy. So this is definitely something we got to think about at all times. So, all right. So just, I guess that's all we can do for this episode. Just let me know what exactly you want me to do in the realm of picking up a free agent. Do we need that goalie? Do we need that other defenseman? What are we doing with this team this year? Are we going to try to trade away Lupul right away? That would be pretty cool. That would definitely help. And let me know what we should trade him for. I'm thinking maybe like a 4th round pick or something. Like, we can't get too much out of him. Also, if you have not yet, make sure to subscribe. Like and subscribe this video if you dug it, because it helps this channel a lot. This first day of NHL 17 is a very important day for this channel. You guys have been so supportive, and I'm really trying to push this to the next level. Rebranded the channel, as you can see, with the new avatar and the new header and everything like that. We're really trying to go after it, and this is going to be a really fun GM mode. I can see the comments and the fan art and everything like that. Hit me up on Twitter with any suggestions and down in the comments below. So thank you guys for watching. Keep an eye out for all the NHL 17 content to come, and we will see you next time out on the ice.